Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I really want to do a very bold autumnal look. It's definitely kind of that feeling now outside, and kind of after doing that second look with the Ether palette, the cranberries, it just made me want to do some more like kind of autumnal looks. And because I played with the new palette last video, I kind of wanted to throw it back and play with an old palette that I haven't done for a while. And I haven't played with these palettes since last autumn, and they're kind of very fitting for an autumnal look. So they are the Barry M Fall in Love palettes. I've got Fall in Love and Fall in Love 2. The Fall in Love is all mattes and very, like I said, autumnal shades, quite neutral but slightly warm toned. And then you've got Fall in Love 2, which has kind of technically 5 colours, but a matte and a shimmer version, which I really like how they've done that. So I'm going to play with these two today on my eyes and create a really nice, bold autumnal look, as it's getting definitely to that kind of stage in the season. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with my skin portion first. I'm going to take the Milk Hydro Grip Primer to begin with. Okay, now I do want to add some warmth to my skin, so I'm going to take the Dr. Hushka, if I can pronounce that, bronzing tint, just to give like a general bronzy glow to my skin. I'm just going to take it straight onto the brush. And just dot it about. Not take too much, which I obviously have done again. Yeah, a little of this definitely goes a long way. And you know what, I'm going to risk it and take another pump because I feel like I can get away with it. Because once you blend it in, it's actually not as intense as what you think it's going to be. But you can easily go overboard as well at the same time with this product. Now I'm going to add a little bit of coverage in areas where I want it. So I'm going to take the Hint Beauty Concealer in the shade Light and take it just on My Real Techniques. This is a new deluxe crease brush, but I like it for concealer purposes. So I'm going to take some of this, pop it under my eyes, and then buff it into the areas which also need coverage, so a little bit around my nose where I suffer from redness, and then onto the cheeks as well. Okay, so I'm not going to set anything yet because I want to continue with some like the more liquidy cream products. So I'm actually going to take some of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter to add my kind of glow to the skin. A little bit here. To use that same big fluffy brush because it works really well to buff out things. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Hint Beauty Concealer in Deep to kind of act as my cream bronzer. I think I mentioned before, this is like either the darkest or the second to darkest shade they have, which is quite shocking really. So you definitely need to expand the range of shades. So for me, this works well as a bronzer. And then I'm also going to go in with cream blusher. So this is the Rituel Duffy Inner Glow Cream Pigment in Delirium. Oh. So the beautiful kind of orangey coral shade. And I take it on the same brush and slowly build up on the cheeks. I am going to set things, so I'm going to take the collection powder on a brush and go ahead and set my usual areas. So far I've had some good recommendations for powders, so I'm going to pick up a few and give them a go for sure. Because like I said, there's nothing wrong with this powder, it's just very accessible for me and it's quite inexpensive and it does work for what I need it to. It's just not the most amazing powder in the world. Now I'm not actually going to add any extra highlighter, because sometimes I would add a bit more like a powder highlighter just to really intensify this area, but I think I'm just going to leave it there for the face portion and move on to the eyes. So I'm going to go off camera and quickly do my brows, and I'll be back to start with the eyes. Okay, so moving on to the eye portion, I'm going to take my Lily Lola eye primer as always. It's looking pretty disgusting, but okay, I'm just going to use that to prime my eyes as always. Okay, so next I'm going to play with the two Barry M Fall in Love palettes. I think I'm going to start with the first one, the original first, and use some of the matte shades and then go in the others for shimmer. So I'm going to start off with, I'm actually going to start off with this shade right here first, I think. Just on a fluffy brush. And I'm going to start working this into the crease area. Start buffing it out. I'm going to pick up a little bit more and just build on this colour. I'm going to pick up some of the orangey shade next and kind of make that a bit warmer in the crease. Same brush again. But I won't bring it quite as high up and just really focus that more in the crease area. And what I'm going to do is take a really fluffy brush and just take a little bit, I think, of this shade just down here, because I don't really want any more colour added. I just want to use this just to blend the edges out and soften those slightly. So I'm going to take a mixture of those first two shades I used to begin with, just on a pencil shading brush, sorry, and I'm going to put this along the lower lash line. And I'd say I've picked up a little bit more of the orange than the brown, which is kind of what I want. But it is definitely a mix of both. Then what I'm going to do is take that light shade I used to blend the other two out and do the exact same thing. Like I said, I want to go for a slightly bolder look today, but keep it more neutral tones. I think I'm still going to stick with the first palette. I think I just want to use the shimmer. I know exactly which shimmer I want to use in this palette for this look, but I think I'm just going to use the shimmer. So I'm going to stick with the first palette. I'm going to take, on a flat shading brush, take the dark brown of this palette. Pack quite a bit onto my brush. I'm going to pop this onto the outer portion of the lid. And start kind of really deepening this up. Then what I am going to do, take up a tapered brush and pick some more of that dark brown up and use that to blend into the crease. And onto that outer V, just so it kind of all works together. And what I'm going to do, take some of that mixture of the brown and orange, the very first two shades, and also use that to help further blend that dark one. And then take some of the dark shade and run it along the lower lash line as well. But only the outer portion. I'm even going to go back in with that very kind of light nude shade, just to make sure everything is still blended nicely. You could just use actually a pressed powder, which I have done in the past, to, if you want to kind of blend out colours but without adding too much of another colour into it. That always works quite well. I'm also going to take my concealer brush and not add any more concealer to it, but just kind of, I brought it too far out, so I'm just going to use it to lightly buff away so it's not as dramatic as that. Yeah, I'm going to take a small amount of this black just here on a very small brush and really just purely focus it on the outer corner. I don't want to go too crazy, but I want to add a little bit more depth just there. And take a little bit onto the lower lash line. And obviously blend out. Kind of went with the classic kind of smoky cat eye effect where it's much darker on the outer corner than it is on the inner corner. Or at least that's what I'm trying to go for anyway. Okay, so I'm very happy with how this is turning out so far. Now I want to move to the other palette and add that shimmer. The shimmer that I want to use is this one right here, which is a beautiful shade, a golden brown shimmer like that. I'm going to use my finger to apply it just because I think it's easier. I do think it's quite nice just to revisit old palettes sometimes that you haven't used in a while. And you remember like how nice they are. Take a little bit more of the very dark brown from the first palette and just use that just to kind of blend those two together. Take that beautiful shimmer shade on a small pencil brush and run it along here. Just so then everything matches like top to bottom. I mean, I really wish I had like a gold just to pop in the inner corner, but I'm going to try and do is just add a little bit of this shade here. Because I've already popped some of that bronzy kind of, well, copper golden shade in the inner corner. But I want to go on top with this one. Just to brighten it slightly. Okay, I think that works actually quite well. Now, I really wish I had a brown or a copper eyeliner with me, but I'm not at home, as you could tell, so I only got a few things with me. So I'm going to attempt to use the Lily Lolo eyebrow pencil in medium and use it in my waterline, and maybe go in with a little bit of this kind of highlighter shade on top, just add a bit more shimmer. But I'm going to give that a go. See how well this works. Not too bad. Not as pigmented as an actual eyeliner would be, but for what I want it for, it's not too bad. Let's just try. Okay, so that kind of worked. It kind of did what I wanted it to do, but I think it would have been nice if I had like an actual brown eyeliner that's more pigmented, or yeah, or like a copper one or a bronzy one, just add a little something extra. But anyway, so I'm going to move on to my mascara. So I'm going to go with my Lily Lolo Big Lash Mascara. Okay, so that's the eye portion done. I absolutely love how these have turned out, and like I said, perfect for autumn. Classic looks. I feel like I haven't done a brown smoky eye in a while. I might be wrong, but I feel like I haven't really, and it's perfect time. I like how deep it is on the outside. I want something a bit more bolder than I usually, well, I want something quite bold and things. Now for lips, I'm not sure if I do want to go bold as well. Like, I've got a couple of lip options in mind. The one I'm kind of going for is this one here, which is the Dose of Colours Liquid Lipstick in Truffle. But then I also kind of just want to go simple with the Benecos Pink Honey Nude. So I might maybe do a combination. So I'm going to start off with the Dose of Colours and see if it is too dark or if it's not what I not kind of want it to be. Okay, that's actually not too dark. I don't know what it is about this liquid lipstick. I do it all the time. It looks much darker in the tube than you think it's going to come out like. But actually, that's really pretty. And again, I really wish I had my Lily Lolo nude lip liner just to slightly kind of deepen up the edges. This is this look complete, and I really like how it's turned out. I think it's really nice, very autumnal, quite bold on the eyes, really complementary colours actually, I think. And yeah, I feel like I haven't played with neutral browns, smoky eyes for a while, and I kind of wanted to really do that for this video. And like I said, it just feels very autumnal at the moment. So yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Please leave any requests down below. I have quite a few requests coming in, so I will be doing those soon. There's got a few 3 or 4 videos I've got planned I would like to do, and then I'm going to start on those requests. So if you haven't seen it yet, it will be coming very soon in October, but do leave any requests down below. I love redoing those for you. And leave just any feedback down below what you think of this look. I really like how my eyes look, and yeah, I really like how this has turned out. So yeah, leave any requests down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.